We're in the very cool and climate-controlled SSX room here at E3, talking to Todd about the reinvention or the reboot of SSX, a franchise that we haven't seen in a while. How is it to be going back to Elise and all the others in SSX?
It's super exciting for us. I mean, when we got the opportunity to work on this amazing franchise, one of what I consider to be the greatest franchises in EA Sports history, it was like a dream come true. So we knew we wanted to do something really big, and we think we're doing that.
Yeah, I think it was even EA Big back in the day, right? It wasn't EA Sports.
Yeah, that was a play on words, unintentional.
So I understand that one of the things that really struck me about SSX is the size of the game and just how much content there is in there. Could you talk us through a little bit about the philosophy that went into sort of making such a huge game instead of perhaps, trying to make just a few very specific levels or courses?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, when we got the opportunity to do this, we didn't want to do just a quick sequel and have it be one and done and then have to wait another 5 years for another SSX. We really wanted this to be the launching point of a great, franchise for this generation that we could build on in the future. And, just in order to do that, we wanted to do something huge. So in early days, we stumbled on, some NASA topography data of the entire planet Earth, and we put that into a proprietary tool that we call Mountain Man. And we got to a point where we could generate a three-dimensional model of any mountain on Earth in about 28 seconds. And we kind of thought, wow, the possibilities that are amazing. Now, what we've learned is that data is a great starting point from us, and it provides us the base core of the mountain, and it provides us all of the vistas. I mean, you can stand on the summit of Everest and look around and see Lhotse and Makalu over here and see the view from the rooftop of the world, which is amazing. But for us, that's just the starting point. So what it does allow us to do is it lets our artists and our world builders and level designers focus all of their time on making an amazing gameplay experience, which is what matters most to you. So it's kind of a really nice win, best of both worlds, and we're really excited about it.
Speaking of the gameplay, I understand you have 3 words for it: race it, trick it, and survive it. I think race it is pretty much self-explanatory, and maybe trick it is as well. But could you talk a little bit about survive it?
Sure. Survive it is something new to SSX, and just to be clear, race it and trick it are still huge pillars of this game, and they're there. But survive it is definitely something new that takes SSX into new territory. We thought it would be really cool when we started imagining what would it be like to pit the player versus kind of the awesome forces of Mother Nature. And an interesting thing about SSX is if you look at the original SSX, it was actually a precursor to Border Cross becoming an Olympic event. So we kind of look at it as SSX has always been on the cutting edge, or even ahead of the cutting edge of what people are doing in real life. And when we started working on this game today and we looked around at what snowboarders are actually doing in the real world right now, it's insane. I mean, it's crazy. Guys are finding lines and they're wearing wingsuits and parachutes, and they're jumping off cliffs at the end of their lines and opening up wingsuits and flying down. And we just kind of thought, well, we need to be, as a arcade title, we need to be on the cutting edge of that. And if that's what people are doing in real life, we need to take that and then take it up a step. So Deadly Descents are all about that. They're pitting man against mountain, and there's 9 of them: rock, ice, thin air, gravity, snow, etc., etc. And each one of them basically acts like a boss battle in our game. So when you go through campaign mode, you'll compete in some race events in a region, some trick events in a region, and then eventually you earn yourself the right to try to tackle the Deadly Descent, which is a summit drop on the biggest, scariest mountain in the region. And when you beat that, you move on to the next region, and we take you all the way around the globe in similar fashion. And so they're really neat. People have been reacting really positively to the first one that we're showing today, so we're pretty excited.
And of course, there's going to be some kind of multiplayer. What kind of philosophy has gone into that, and what vision do you have for the multiplayer component?
Yeah, we have huge plans for multiplayer, and I'm really excited to talk about them. Unfortunately, we're not talking about them yet today. But the only thing we have said is we were really inspired by what the team at Criterion did with Need for Speed Hot Pursuit and Autolog, and really putting your friends at the heart of the game. We have some really cool innovations coming with multiplayer. It's not what people are going to expect, and we'll be talking about those at Gamescom.